It's time now for the Peter Channel morning news on this Friday morning, October 28th, 2016. Get on! And good morning to you all on this lovely Friday morning, 20th of October 2016. There are your news and odds. Stops right at 8:30 on this Friday morning. It is Indiana Governor Mike Pence says he's really grateful for quick action that kept all passengers and crew safe when his campaign plane skidded off the runway at New York LaGuardia Airport on Thursday night. If Donald Trump were honoring his pledge to spend $100 million on his own campaign money, for his own campaign, he would have invested and spent $44 million at breakneck speed. An Iraqi refugee girl that fled violence and Mosul, resident of Hado, rival in El Kabir village in Syria's northern Aleppo province as Syrian rebels launched Aleppo counterattacks and break siege. Matthew Schneider, a lawyer for one of the men. Matthew Schindler, a lawyer for one of the men under trial takeover oil against Mallard. National Water refugee said he's been telling the client that it could be counted on being convicted. A Northern Irish judge rejected a pair of challenges in the Brexit process, removing at least one obstacle to the UK Prime Minister Theresa May's plan to begin severing ties with the European Union by the end of March. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte has made some solemn promise, no more swearing. Duterte, who famously cursed the Pope and used a slang term that translates to senator in a reference to President Obama, was flying back from Japan. ISIS has executed 232 people in Mosul, taking tens of thousands of people to use as human shields against advanced Iraqi forces, the UN said. Is the regime being more powerful than ever to be named ruling party core? After years of negotiations, nations have been reached an agreement to establish the world's largest marine sector in Antarctica's Ross Sea. It turns out that its supporters, a Ukrainian group calling himself a cyber hunter, has released more than a giving about emails and other material from the office of one of Vladimir Putin's top aides, Vladislav Strykov, that shows Russia's fingerprints. Adam Crespo was born in South Korea, but when he was 3 years old, America capital adopted him until recently lived in Vancouver, Washington. South of Bismarck, North Dakota, law enforcement officials arrested scores of protesters at the Controversial Dakota Access Pipeline, less than the chances of another full-scale demonstration early Friday. Donald Trump's getting blown out in a fit of his suburbs as Pennsylvania drips out of the reach. Republican U.S. Senator Mark Kirk expressly went after the Democratic judge Representative Tammy Duckworth after a Thursday night debate accused her of lying and even questioned her family's ancestry and military service. Mosul, Iraq, General Joseph Patel, commander at CENTCOM, set up to die to Islamic State militants have been killed since the start of the offensive recapture Mosul. New York, Muslim World agreed Thursday to start a negotiated UN ban on the possession and use of nuclear weapons, which was opposed by all 9 nuclear nations. Washington, President Obama granted another day commutation to prison senators, bringing his number of sentences committed 872 to the White House announced. Sacramento, Charles Tex Washington, Charles Benson, who helped carry out the murder of 7 people in 1969, was denied parole by a California review board. San Diego, the U.S. Coast Guard seized more than 5,600 pounds of cocaine from a custom-built drug-running submarine in the naval base in San Diego. Seward, Alaska, a man was attacked by a bear while walking his dogs in the airport in Alaska, escaping with him, injuries but not bad enough to prevent him from calling work. North Adams, Massachusetts police in Massachusetts arrested a woman they say used a baby stroller to store items she stole during a several vehicle break-ins. Vector Eagle reports that a woman was seen breaking into several vehicles in North Adams last week. After a witness reported her, she was spotted by an officer walking down to the street pushing into the stroller at about 1 a.m. Police say in the stroller she had an iPod, sunglasses, a tire pressure gauge, and a cell phone holder. A witness confirmed that she is the woman he had seen breaking into vehicles. Boston and Boston has been convicted of second-degree murders of killing him manually 3 years ago, but his perpetrator and teenage son were acquitted of charges that they played a role in the same attack. ExxonMobil Corporation extended the longest streak of profit declines in almost 3 decades and said the process of energy markets may force writing off almost 5 billion barrels of reserve. New York shares of New York was slumping in pre-market trading on Friday after reporting to the 16th third quarter. Revenue below analyst expectations that narrowed in this full-year guidance. AutoNation Corporation plans to spend as much as $500 billion to expand its footprint in the U.S. as the nation's largest dealership group by sales can for softening light vehicle demand and increasing earnings pressure. General Electric Committee is holding a discussion with Baker Hughes Incorporated on potential partnerships that we're bringing together an industrial equipment BMM for one of the oil industry's largest service providers. Abuja, Nigeria, when I and the National Budget Nigeria State Oil Committee said it would work closely with the police in an effort to tackle militant threats. Kingsport, Tennessee, a facility manufacturer sent to the British is an Army ammunition plant in Tennessee is being built by BAE Systems. Juneau, Alaska, U.S. embassy groups, some of which stage high-profile protests against Shell, said Arctic oil and gas should be left out of the nation's energy agenda. Washington, areas off the New York coast will be open for offshore wind energy bidders, but some areas are reserved because of the ecological concerns the U.S. government said. Paris, French Energy Committee, NG said it is now the first European player to have a framework to do work in the Ukrainian gas system overshadowed by Russia. London, with repair operations company in one of West Africa's largest oil fields, sell oil, said it was a position to start generating cash. All right, take a look at some stocks now. That's what happened 65 at 18.69.68. SP Farmer, that's 6.39, 2,133.04, and Nasdaq 1034.29, plus 5,215.97. Management fossils are always the middle as revenues as well as even now. You get a impression of the footprint of the trace analyzed at the federal hour lane. Europe's XY slender counter created 1.6 feet, deep nearly 8 feet, and wetted when it was crashed. It went planet service last week, yeah, new photobiome. NASA Mars orbiter revealed. The common strip lives in most of the lab air according to new research. Artists come to the new whereas the spacecraft transmitted back data back to Earth from its 83-inch antenna. An experimental type of male birth control that usually shuts over the lower mid sperm cats works well to prevent pregnancy according to new study. If you love broccoli and scientists are a compelling reason to eat it. Everyday vegetable contains a natural compound, but get a potential energy regulated anti-aging punch on mice that's going to be translated to humans. Wichita, Kansas, municipal judge Bryce Abbott saluted the high back level chair. Back had a stack of blood and manila files documented the limit of adult seeking refugee in Kansas groundbreaking mental health court. Cranberries, cranberry juice, and cranberry products often recommended weight not to prevent uterine tract infection, but reduce any suggestion that effort may be futile. Every poll sells that Hillary Clinton is likely to somebody speak Donald Trump to become the United States next president. Richmond, Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump has pulled away in 7 points. Democrat Hillary Clinton of Virginia, according to new poll that finds more than GOP voters feel lazy getting on the board with their party's nominee. Trump supporter during Senator was arrested wearing a t-shirt that supported candidate. Donald Trump blasted Hillary Clinton Wednesday for taking time off of the campaign trail to attend a Dell concert to the prior evening, said the Democratic nominee was getting a passer. A leisurely scheduled wedding being criticized when attended. Peter Childers Live is 8:37 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for a sports report. Last night, the Boston Celtics lost to the Chicago Bulls 105-99. Tonight, the North Lancers football team will be squaring off against the Hanover Indians and Hanover for the MIA quarterfinal Division III South playoff game, while the North Lancers volleyball team will be taking on Mills Mohawks in the final volleyball game of the season. The Celtics lost their cool as well as the game Thursday night, while the Patriots continue to prepare for their showdown with the Bills on Sunday. Tennessee Titans total 494 yards on offense, fashion with Jackson Jones, most of the Thursday night. During 5 yards, 250 cubic ground with Malcolm Murray. Gobbler, 120 yards at the touchdown train with Johnson. Derek Hernandez. The Titans defeat the Jacksonville Jaguars 36-22. Los Angeles Clippers over the season with a 114 106 win over Portland on Thursday. Wasted no time to get him back to trench with the team that knocked them out of the playoffs. As we made all the latest best rounds circulated by the NFL, sent for the New York Jets spinner kicker Josh Brown as Eli Applebaum takes aim in the New York Jets order. John Bears handled the Josh Brown situation. Peter Childers Live is out 8:39 on this Friday morning, and it's time now for traffic and transit report. Baby, let's imitate where civil actions for express minor lanes in the traffic on the commuter rail. Fitchburg. Train 401 to top at 40-45 minutes. Biasca between air and Fitchburg to the Earl Medical issue. Fitchburg train 410 8 a.m. in the bottom down region of Fitchburg, and it is expected to about 5 minutes behind schedule. Fitchburg train 401 6:30 a.m. outbound will make off. Line stop Fitchburg train 492 7:55 from Wilton is canceled today. Passengers should consider train 4, which will make all stops at train 410. Freeman train 587 operate 5-10 minutes. Biasca between South Station and Freeman to the later valley outbound. Inbound train, which line transmits between 5-15 minute delays due to slippery rail and track work, and individual train rollers with these sets as needed. And on the Thursday, I'm looking good. Okay, I was about ways of New England on this Friday morning. 95 on the southbound side of this, backed up from Fairfield all the way to Greenwich. Merritt Parkway westbound is backed up from Bridgeport all the way to Stepford. And then Nippex River Greenwich, 84 eastbound side of this, backed up after Route 8 towards it. Interstate 91 on the southbound side of this, backed up. 291 on Interstate 84 westbound side of this, backed up. Just around Interstate 91, Route 2 on the westbound side of this, slow just before Interstate 84 East Hartford. 95 at the southbound side of this, backed up West Haven to downtown Hart, New Haven. 91 on the southbound side of the Wilson Road, downtown New Haven, just around Route 95. 91 on the northbound side of this, backed up from 57 to 291 Springfield. 290 eastbound side, slow before Route 9 to Worcester. Route 4 on the southbound side is backed up from Route 2 to Route 1 in North Kingstown. 95 on the southbound side is backed up to Texas downtown Providence. 146 southbound side is backed up around Route 95. 68 connector eastbound is backed up from 6 to 95. 195 westbound side is backed up to 114 in East Providence. I get to downtown Providence at 95. 195 on the westbound side is backed up around 140 in New Bedford all the way at the Dartmouth. Route 3 to the southbound side is backed up around Kingston Stretch. 495 on the northbound side is backed up from Hopkins all the way at the Mass Pike. 128 on the northbound side is backed up from Braintree to Route 24 in Randolph. 95 on the northbound side is backed around 128 Canton. 24 on the northbound side about 139 in Sorto Highway. Route 128 Canton. Route 3 on the northbound side is backed up for the day. Service 3 with the remaining Braintree split. 120 on the northbound side is backed to 135 in Needham all the way at the Route 20 Waltham. Mass Pike 80 eastbound side back to Natick and hit brakes again from Western all the way at the Newton corner on both ends. Mass Pike hits brakes again from Austin Brad Tolls all the way into the 7th Expressway. 7th Expressway, both ends backed up from Braintree split all the way to the Mass Pike. 120 in the southbound side is backed up from 28 in Rendon all the way at the Waltham. 120 in the northbound side is backed up on Route 2 in Lexington. Route 2 westbound is back to Lexington Stretch. Route 2 eastbound side is backed up just around from 60 in Belmont all the way to First Pond in Cambridge. Route 3 in the southbound side is backed up on 128 in Burlington and then hit brakes again just around the Mill Record Stretch on Route 3 southbound 93 in the southbound side is backed up. From North End to the Braintree split 93 on the northbound side is backed to the North Andover and hit brakes again 128 in Redden. 485 on the northbound side is backed up Westford Stretch. And then hit brakes again 495 southbound just around 290. 93 on the northbound side back to Hood to the way to Interstate 89 on Concord. Bottom turn back southbound side back to Dover all the way to Route 4 Durham, New Hampshire. Route 3 to southbound side is back to the National New Hampshire. 93 to southbound side is back to Wyndham, New Hampshire. 95 on the northbound side is Lowell around 202 up in Augusta, Maine. And Interstate 87 to southbound side of Lowell after the Canadian border up in Vermont. Peter Childusa is 8:42 on this Friday morning. And it is time now for a weather report. Look at that radar, and it shows a line of rain showers stretching from Ethel, Massachusetts, stretching all the way up into Newburyport, Massachusetts, and up into Beverly, Massachusetts, and stretching up to New Hampshire, and a heavy random rain shower stretching from Lewiston, Maine, stretching to Augusta, Maine, and that from Rockland and up into Belfast, Maine, and it's going to be headed up to the northeast, and seeing some spotty snow showers stretching from upstate New Hampshire, and rain and snow mixed around the Montpelier and Morristown, Vermont area, and a little sleet, rain, and snow showers south of Redland and up into Bennington, Vermont. Snow, sleet, and rain showers stretching north of Queensbury, stretching it up to Plattsburgh, New York. And some snow showers stretching to the northwest of Maine, stretching to the middle of Knockin and up in the southeast of Quebec, and stretching around the Quebec, and stretching on Shawinigan, Sun, and lining in the rain showers from St. Anthony in Quebec, and stretching in the east of Quebec, and east of the Montreal city limits. And some spotty snow showers stretching from Binghamton up to Pompey, New York, and line of rain showers from Syracuse, New York, and line of rain showers stretching to Richland, New York. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. For today, Chesapeake Bay before 10 a.m. Most skies gonna have at 50 degrees. West around 9 to 14 miles gust tonight. 24 miles tonight. Chesapeake is 40%. Tonight, most skies gonna have 37 degrees. Northwest about 7 to 14 miles gust tonight. 24 miles an hour. For Saturday, Punta gonna have 58 degrees. Southwest about 5 to 9 miles an hour. Sorry, most skies gonna have 50 degrees. West about 6 miles an hour. For Sunday, slight chance rain after 1 p.m. Most skies gonna have about 60 degrees and west about 5 miles an hour. Chesapeake is 20%. Sunday night. Chesapeake mean before 1 a.m. Most skies gonna about 30 degrees. Chesapeake is 40%. Monday, most skies gonna have 52 about 35 degrees. Tuesday, mostly sunny, most skies gonna have 57 about 45 degrees. Wednesday, partly sunny, forecast about 60 about 45 degrees. And for Thursday, partly skies about 61 degrees. Right now, not near, it is clear skies, and we have a temperature of 49 degrees with humidity of 99%. and immense feelings 49. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel Morning News on this October 28, 2016 on a Friday morning. I'm Peter. Hope you have a good morning, a good passage, and a good day. And I'll see you for a Peter Channel New News Report. Hope you have a good afternoon. Hope you have a good morning.